exactly where we'd like to be this year.
Can you imagine, though, that it's going to be two of your freshmen, though, that gets the hit to tie it, and then a freshman that gets the hit to win it, to walk off?
That makes me very happy. That, we played a great schedule. I mean, we were at Rice day one. They played in a regional final, and then 2 out of 3 at the Tony Gwynn Classic, won our tournament, beat Fullerton in the home opener, and then the Pac-12 schedule. Those guys are seasoned. I mean, they're not freshmen anymore, and they've played like it here down the street.
How do you put into words your emotions the last 24 hours?
Yeah, it can clear. I mean, easily the best day of my life, and I'm so proud of these guys. I mean, it's a team that the so-called experts picked to finish 10th out of 11 in the Pac-12, and we're one of the last 8 teams in the country playing, and we're going to play for a national championship. So, extremely proud of them, and yeah, don't want it to end. That's for sure.
What do you know about Omaha, and what are you expecting?
Well, I actually had a unique experience. We took our team at Nevada there last year in May, and it was a bye weekend for us, bye weekend for Creighton, who had a great team, and we won the 2 games that we played back there. And I wanted to go there worse than I could imagine before that, and then when we walked into that stadium and when I walked out, I was like, there's no way I'm not going to make this somehow, some way happen. I didn't know it was going to be at Arizona, but it's I can't wait to get back and be a part of it.
Were there just a few hundred fans there when you played there?
You know what? It was like a military appreciation day, so on one of the games we actually had about 10,000 people. And so I think that was part of it. The sun was shining, it was a beautiful day, the community was into it. And then to win both games we played out there was pretty cool, and I just can't wait to get there.
Did you ever dream in your first year here you could take it this far?
You know, somebody asked me that last night, and if you would have realistically asked me what I thought in June or July, and we were facing some, normal issues you go through with program transition, I would have said you're out of your mind. With that being said, personally and with any team I'm a part of, I never want to build a fence around what we can accomplish. And once we got going, and once the calendar turned on the new year, I knew we would be better than everybody thought. And at that point, it's not always the team with the best players, it's the team that plays the best. And this team played the best a lot this year.
How long did it take you to convince them to buy in?
I think there was some guys that got on board immediately. I think that some of it takes time and building trust. And Andy Lopez is one of the best coaches that's ever coached college baseball. And so, when you have a transition from a coach that's successful, it's okay to wonder how it's going to go and to ask questions and those types of things. I think towards the end of the fall, some things started to happen. We did some things when we got back to really form ourselves as our group and set our course that really made a huge impact. And then we started to improve, and that's what we want to be about, is improvement on a daily basis. And they've done that, and they've just competed as good as you could possibly ask for. It's been a really good combination.
In the chess match that this was, because these are both one-run games, a
Love
lot of
it.
these big
Love
decisions.
it. Yeah.
Is there one decision, Jay, that really stands out to you, whether it be keeping Dalbec in, or any one that really stands out to you with all those?
Well, the most challenging one was the last out of the game on Friday. In terms of, he had carved through their lineup, for 120 pitches or whatever. Jake Mangum was coming up, who was the leading hitter in the SEC. We felt like he was a lot better left-handed than right-handed. So I went with my gut of we needed to turn him around right-handed. And Cameron came in, strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, and I let out a big sigh of relief with the tying run on second and the winning run on first. And what a great performance by those 2 guys.
Cody said that as soon as Ryan hit that home run yesterday, he knew that you guys had it. Was that how you felt as well?
Yeah, we did a great job both weekends in Lafayette and this weekend of just playing the pitch and staying one pitch at a time. And there was kind of a sense of calmness last night that was even at a different level than I've seen before out of this team. And we got a couple good at-bats, and their pitching is real, man. They made it tough on us. And, you kept watching guys on video going, when is it not going to be somebody throwing 90 miles an hour with a plus breaking ball? And he got a swing off, and then we got a couple more guys on base and forced them to get their closer in the game, and he had to throw a lot of pitches to get out of the 8th inning, Cody comes up and a 2-strike double, and we're off and rolling.
How long did you have to watch Cesar in the fall to realize he was going to be a legit player?
Well, I knew he was a good player. I'd seen him on the recruiting trail the summer before. And then he played a game here in Tucson last summer, right after I got hired, and I went to see him, and we met and sat down. And after I watched that game, I knew we had a guy and a ball player, and kind of one of those foundational guys that we could do something with in this program. And I'm sure proud of the way he's developed throughout the year. I mean, he played good at the start, but he's at a different level right now.
Kind of relive that moment through his eyes after you've seen that walk-off hit, and you think this is a freshman. His reaction.
It's actually a cool story. He came into my office 2 days before school started and shut the door. I was like, "That's the first time I ever fired shut the door on me." And he goes, "Coach, I'm gonna get you to the College World Series." I mean, he literally said that to me.
No way.
True story. And I looked at him last night. I'm like, "Hey, you told me, so you might as well be the one to get the hit." And I didn't know that it would happen this year, but I'm sure glad it did, because those two, him and Alfonso, playing with great maturity. But I mean, to me, the story is Nathan Bannister. It's Ryan Aguilar. It's Cody Raymer. It's Zach Gibbons. It's Justin Binky. It's all these guys that people had given up on. I had a person from Pro Baseball tell me that Cody Raymer was not a good baseball player, that Ryan Aguilar should be cut, and that Zach Gibbons at best was a 4th outfielder. 3 of the best position players in the Pac-12 this year. So it's very gratifying.
How proud were you to see them drafted yesterday?
It was an awesome day, and I actually, it was the first time that I'd been in a super regional, like on the day of the draft, and with guys going, and so I put a lot of thought into like, how are we going to handle it? And I just settled into like, we're just going to let it play out. I mean, let them look at their phones. Let them talk to people that they need to talk to. And it was awesome. I mean, Ryan got drafted during batting practice yesterday, and that was a huge sigh of relief. A, because he deserves it, and B, I wanted his mind to be right for the game. And it was pretty cool. There was 4 or 5 of us around the cage, and all his teammates gave him a hug. And that's something I'll remember for a long time.
What do you put into words, just that whirlwind of the past couple of days? Guys getting drafted, dreams come true, and now a lot of these kids' dreams come true to go into Omaha.
Yeah, it's hard to explain, and it's kind of a cool deal where it's an unbelievable accomplishment. I mean, these guys will get to put another number out there. As far as College World Series appearance, NCAA tournament appearance, they get to be called a champion of a regional and a super regional. With that being said, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and we're going to have a great week of preparation. We're going to stay in our best character, and we're going to be ready to go. I mean, somebody's going to have to play well to beat us, and there's just a lot of comfort in that. And I think we have a tremendous amount of mental strength and have handled a lot of things really well. I feel like playing in that environment this weekend is going to help us for next weekend. I mean, nobody else in college baseball played in front of a crowd of 14,000 people this year, but Arizona and Mississippi State.
Your team's been described as playing with house money through the regional and super regional. Do you still feel that way?
I don't even know what that means. For us, we don't attach anything to what we're doing. Last night was not about you win and you go to the College World Series. It was about playing the pitch, playing the inning, and just sticking with it, good or bad. And I think that's what was gratifying about this game is in all of the postseason games, it was like the team that scored first had the big advantage. I mean, we put a lot of pressure on Louisiana by getting leads on those last 2 games. But we were down 5-1 yesterday. And like I said, there was just this sense of calmness. We're going to just keep going. And even if we didn't, we would have been fine today. I mean, that's kind of how I felt in terms of how our players' approach was. And we just stuck with it. And I'm very proud of them for that. And the one thing I think we can carry is emotional maturity and mental stability.
You talked to your dad last night?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah,
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. The first college baseball game I ever remember watching was the championship game of the 1986 College World Series, which Arizona won. So, in a lot of ways, dream come true, and I can't wait to get out there.
guess just one last thing on Caesar. When he's mid-sentence telling you that, you about to tell him you're nuts, or what are you talking about?
No, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. It's like, this is the kind of guy that I want in the program. Because a lot of guys can say that, but there was a conviction in how he said it that, and I know how he works. That was evident right away. That it's like, we need to get 35 guys in this locker room with that type of character, and when they have that kind of ability, really good things can happen.